Hey everyone, it's Kenji. I'm making some leftover turkey enchiladas. So this enchilada sauce, all it is essentially following my roasted green chili, my roasted green tomato salsa, tomatillo salsa recipe. So I took, but with a much lower percentage of tomatillos. Sometimes green chili for enchiladas will have no tomatillos at all. I like the flavor of tomatillos, so I used them. But I also used some New Mexico chilies, poblanos and serranos, as well as half an onion. And all I did was put them onto a tray and then throw them into the toaster oven at the high heat. I actually used the air fry setting. You could also use broil or whatever the highest fan setting on your toaster oven is. And then I broiled them. I air fried them until they were tender and blackened, and then I just pureed them with a big handful of cilantro, as well as some salt. So this is leftover turkey, white meat. People were asking me, what did I do with the dry turkey that I overcooked to demonstrate in my video? Well, the answer is this. There's actually quite a few things you can do with dry turkey, and I promise you, by the time we're done with this, it's not going to taste dry. Turkey, I love turkey enchiladas. You know, the turkey is it's native to Mexico. It's native to the Americas. So it's actually eaten quite a bit in Mexico. And I think it makes a really good green enchilada filling. All right, so all I'm going to do is I'm going to shred this all up, and then I'm going to transfer it to the bowl. I'm not going to make you watch me shred all this turkey, but all I'll do is I'll snap my fingers, and then the turkey will be shredded like this. All right, my turkey's shredded. To that, I'm going to add some shredded this is Monterey Jack cheese that's grated. And then I'm also going to add some of this enchilada sauce, as well as a little bit of shredded minced cilantro. You can be very rough here. It doesn't really matter too much. It's all going to go inside some tortillas. Okay, so I'm going to mix this all up. We'll taste it for seasoning. You might need a little bit of salt, but it might be okay. You know, the enchilada sauce, I seasoned it pretty well. You could, of course, you know, you just cooked a big Thanksgiving dinner. You have this leftover turkey. You might not want to bother making your own enchilada sauce. You can use store-bought sauce, and that works just fine. What I would recommend, though, is that with store-bought sauce, you really want to taste the seasoning because it's almost inevitably really under-salted. All right, let's give this a taste. Needs a pinch of salt. And a bit more sauce. And we're good. Yum. Right. Next step, we're gonna get our tortillas ready. So these are just store-bought tortillas. What you want to do is give them a very brief fry, and that's actually going to soften them up, make them easy to roll up, and then it's also going to keep them from getting soggy. The way I like to do this, I've got my oil. This is just canola oil. Let's get it up to 350. It was a little bit too cool. I should have paid more attention to that. But we want to basically just let the tortilla sizzle just for a few moments. Flip it over a couple times. We don't want it to get hard. We don't want it to get crispy. We just want it to kind of sizzle a little bit and get a little bubbly. And that's it. When the oil's hotter, this will go faster. But just about that. So just slightly starting to stiffen a little bit, you know, but not getting really, really crispy. And that stiffening, by the time we stack the tortillas, and we cook all of them, they will be nice and pliant again, and we'll be able to easily wrap them around our turkey filling here. Okay, so probably like 10 seconds per tortilla. That's more what we're looking for, as opposed to that very first one I did, which was I think a little bit under. I feel like it could be even a little bit hotter. We want to see some kind of immediate bubbling and puffing as soon as we get that tortilla in the oil. There we go. So just slightly stiff when we pull it out, and it will tenderize as it rests. All right, I'm going to fry the rest of these. I'm going to be baking in this dish, so let's see. We'll probably be able to fit 2 rows of, let's say, 8 enchiladas each in that thing. So let's do 16 of these tortillas, all right? So I'll see you in a second as soon as I'm done frying the tortillas. My last tortilla is going in. Now this is actually the way it should look. We're at 375 now, so you can see it starts to kind of bubble and puff up immediately. We're looking for that. A few seconds on the first side. We'll flip it over. We'll do it like a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And we're good. All right, so I've got all my tortillas stacked up here. I'm going to shut this oil off. And now I'm going to flip the tortillas over so that the one I fried first is now the one at the top. Oops. Will become the one that I stuff first. Okay, because that will be the sort of the most tender one right now, the one that has had the chance to soften up the most. Stuffing these really, really simple. First, I'm going to get a layer of sauce over the bottom of my pan. I'm going to get my oven heating at, let's do 400. Actually, let's do 375 for now. Okay, and then I'll go in with just a bit of my filling. Don't need a ton. And then we'll roll it up. Simple as that. And we'll lay it seam side down. I'm just gonna go ahead and use my hands for this. What's the fun cooking if you can't get messy, right? All right, so I'm just gonna continue doing this until this baking dish is completely filled up. I should be able to fit 16 of them in there, and then we'll come back and I'll show you what I've got then. I can't snap with with all this stuff with my fingers, so I will just go. All right, we're at our last one here. Got a little extra filling. I will save that and make maybe quesadillas or something out of it later on. I did manage to fit 16 in there. I couldn't fit 8 side by side, but 2 fit perfectly in the center right there. All right, so let me just give my hands a quick rinse. All right, so I'm mixing cheeses here. You can do it all with one cheese type if you want, but I had some of that leftover shredded Monterey Jack, and then I had this pepper jack in my fridge. So I'm gonna do a combination of Monterey Jack and pepper jack. So the Monterey Jack was inside, pepper jack's gonna go on top. One thing that I'm doing here, you see, I'm putting the sauce kind of only over the middle. And the reason for that is that I like it when the edges of these tortillas get really crispy, you know? And so since we fried it in oil, they have quite a bit of sort of oil soaking into them right now. And then when you put it in the oven, what's gonna happen is that those edges are gonna get really nice and sort of puffy and crispy, nicely browned, the way that like a tortilla chip would, you know? And I think that's gonna make these enchiladas especially delicious. All right, pepper jack cheese. Do a little, again, kind of just over the center of these here so that they don't get too soggy or anything, and so that those edges can crisp up. I could do a tiny bit more. And let's finish it off with A little more sauce. I like when the sauce, you know, just like kind of in a pizza, when the sauce and the cheese kind of meld together as they bake. So we'll do it just like that. All right, so these are gonna go straight into our 375 degree oven. And we'll let them bake until they are crispy on the edges and bubbly on top. So I'll see you in about 25 minutes or so. Actually, 22 minutes it was. Let's see how they're doing. Ooh. All right, so bubbly. Nice little crispy edges here. Those look fantastic. All right, I'm gonna just slice up this white onion. Pretty thin. Spread some of it on top of here. You could also dice it and be just fine, or skip the onion if you want. And we'll finish it with a little bit of cilantro. Look at this. That looks fantastic to me. When I was a kid, my mom used to make chicken enchilada, like casserole, you know, where it was kind of stacked, where she would take the tortillas and the chicken mixture and stack them into sort of like, you know, the way you would do like say a lasagna, which is also a nice way to do it. But I really like doing it this way, where you get the where you get those crispy edges. Okay, let's take a few of these out here. Woo! So a little bit sort of, the bottoms are kind of tender and saucy. The edges are crispy. Let me see how it tastes. Ooh, see how nice and crispy the bottom got too. So good. Really nice array of textures. That roasted chili flavor in there is excellent. Now that we've shredded and tossed that turkey with sauce and cheese, it's not in the slightest bit dry. Man, I don't know. I've made Thanksgiving leftovers many different ways, but this has got to be one of my favorites. Oh boy. All right. Leftover turkey enchiladas. You could do this exact same thing with a leftover roast chicken or a rotisserie chicken from, you know, Costco or wherever you get your rotisserie chicken from, and it will be excellent. All right, guys, gals, non-binary pals. See you later.